bad.
It looks pretty
It's SRG sided.
SRG sided.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, though. A 2-point off to a 1.8 counter index. We'll see as we get into the game. I think that it's a lot more even than the initial take as we head on in to Land of Dawn.
5 seconds.
Liquid facing off SRG. Let's do this, my guy.
This is gonna be so good. A great way to end this 3-game banger. A storied rivalry, though young as it is. Two great organizations backing them. And now Yums is going to be looking to give JP a taste of his own medicine with a Hilda pick that messed them up earlier. It's a question of how well can Liquid time the damage that they have that they deal in bursts up against a lineup that does very well against burst damage.
Yeah, and the sides look a bit more stable now. Like, I feel like they're able to manage it much more compared to how we were able to witness the past 2 games. Because even though they did win game number 1, it wasn't as smooth. It wasn't as smooth sailing as you would have described it to be. So maybe, just maybe, we get to see a better form from Liquid in the early stages of the game here.
Well, I mean, in terms of just the emblems alone, we're making sure that we are, keeping ourselves in check, right? As much as Sanford is like, oh, I'm gonna get the Festival of Blood, Cram, it's all about movement speed, right? I need to get to places, I need to do stuff all across the map. While Stormy, most importantly, not only doesn't he want to control this lane, but he wants to put a big tax on Sanji.
Good disruption there by Yums. Man marking Tlph, expected of Hilda up against an assassin jungle. Chicken Sanji having a tough time here against Stormy. The pokes constantly dished out by the Thieves. Guy's close by, already level 4.
That's so smart. It's so smart. It's so smart. You purposely show yourself so they reposition to the opposite side. Skies can actually flank Sanji here if he just walks up a little bit further.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. The Shadow actually commits. Oh! He goes back to Sanji, but the Revitalize is there! JP saves him right at that moment. Tlph, will he get to find a kill on Cram? Doesn't have the level 4. But Sanford still goes in together with JP. Force out the flicker from Yums.
Oh man, RNGesus gave him his prayers and sent Daddy JP, and now the real manipulation!
Throne of Ruin also used onto 2 members, but they have to get away. Crab is just a bit too much in terms of the sustain, and that's all by himself, by the way. And the real world manipulation from Stormy as they try to interrupt Tlph once again in his jungle.
Wait, decisions here by SRG. So guys,
Oh, Sanford has the flicker, able to cancel out the Oogie Shadow kill, fortunately, but he's really low. Cram going under the turret.
He's fine.
Okay.
Both sides are not going to be able to kill each other, and that's the big problem. They need other people to get involved, and even Stormy is just like, I'm going to completely shove you out this lane. Whoever gets a lead, let's just take advantage of it, right? And even for Stormy's side, he's like, all right, sure, Cram, you can focus on getting that, but give me the gold. I want the money.
I like this rotation by Stormy. It helps speed up the cut. He gets a little bit of EXP himself, and then now they're also going to be able to get gold through the shielding up top. So great link up between Cram and Stormy.
What happened to the bottom lane? How is Innocent a full level up?
Yeah. Tlph will try to steal away this purple buff. There's the better airstrike. Yums with too much damage from Liquid. Sanji secures first blood. Thorn Rose, but he still goes down. The damage from the Oogie Shadow kill was enough.
RNGesus was not kind that time.
Not at all.
The last one was like, wow, that's pretty lucky. This one, really unlucky. 2 sides of the same coin, and the first items haven't even completed yet.
SRG still taking control of the map through the aggressive rotations. I think eventually this is going to turn into who has the more annoying EXP laner to deal with. It's either the Alice or the Uranus. At this point, it's a little bit even. But considering the damage output of the CC on the other side of the map, the impact of that CC makes the impact of this Uranus even all the more evident. Sakai's now has the Hunter Strike as well. Dominance Ice on the way still for Yums.
Can I just say, why are we watching this? Why are we watching that? We're looking at the 2 fattest guys slap each other around and be like, hey, you feel anything? Nope.
We can go elsewhere, yo. Like, it's fine.
Let's look at something else.
We know what happens there.
It's such a dead lane. Oh, now there's something. Flicker forced out of OEB.
Yeah, that's what you get for staring at Alice and Uranus too long.
Okay, Tlph forced to get out. Sick guys!
Ooh.
The flickers are always being forced out.
I mean, this is one of the few tacks that people learned quite late into the Hayabusa meta, that you can actually flicker out away from the Oki Shadow Kill, but it's all about timing. There's a high... Oh, God.
No, Oheb
Oh,
might have walked into the wrong direction. Carl Teasy here gets to secure the orange buff, but now he's being chased by multiple members. The
Whoa.
stun from JP, fortunately clutch, saving Carl Teasy right there, but look at SRG.
Was Sky's not in turret range now? I thought for sure he was going to take at least one more turret shot, but it looks like Ram was able to block it for the most part. Yums, he's thinking about it. He's really selling this. They're really selling this.
I think we need to back off. They're not going to win anything here just standing around. They're losing bot, and they might lose this one big.
Oh, no!
They find Sanji once again, doesn't have the flicker anymore. And now Sakai's picks up the kill. Graham chasing after Carl Teasy. Sanford trying to stop him in his tracks. But just look at the amount of pressure he's able to apply. That's going to be a tier 1 in mid going over to SRG.
No, this is actually not good. Team Liquid doesn't usually play like this, but it looks like the conditioning from game 1 and 2 has definitely kind of dampened the senses down here.
Yeah.
And SRG are getting away with a little too much. More than I am comfortable with, as much as I want to see, you know, my countrymen do well. I think that Team Liquid, they're kind of dropping the ball. Like, they're making some weird motions across the map, especially like Sanji's rotations back into mid. Why is he not taking safe paths?
Yeah, they're usually better at man marking, while Selangor Red Giants have taken control of this game through fantastic rotation and good timing and a great understanding of the tendencies of their opponent. Sanji again!
Oh no, doesn't have the wing by wings anymore. Now Graham once again zoning out 3. Oheb too forced to run under the turret, while up top it seems like Sakai's is finding another kill. Throne of Ruin committed by Sanford, but does he have enough resources to deal with his Hayabusa? He has the quad shadow once again, and that's a killing spree for Sakai's.
I think they're a little bit tilted at this point. A lot of aggression coming from the side of Team Liquid. Unnecessary at that.
Yeah, no, it's getting to them. It's really starting to sting, because Selangor Red Giants, they've already made the mistakes and it's too late to take it back. But at this point, playing from behind feels really, really bad, because this is exactly what SRG has been looking to do. If anybody's able to win a lane, you start feeling the influence spill over. And I think it started too early on for the side of SRG for Team Liquid to stop until roughly, I would say, give it about 13 minutes. At the 13-minute mark, let's double check.
SRG have been nothing short of just fantastic. I think this is another MVP performance on the way for Sakai's. He's been given a lot of information, and he's made the most out of it every time. Shadow Kill has been on point over and over again. 3 kills under his belt, but all of them incredibly impactful. Now up to a Malefic Roar as well. The rush. JP's gonna melt, Sanford's gonna melt, and we could be looking at SRG making it to the knockouts before Team Liquid does.
Okay. It's gonna take a bit more time, especially for Oheb, who is now 2 levels behind of Innocent, if we were to look at it. Not just in terms of gold, that there's a lot of catching up to do. And it's not like Team Liquid could just really freely go for whatever big play that they want, unless... Oh no, JP, down bottom? Oh, using the glorious pathway just to escape.
That hurts, bro.
You hear that scream?
Yeah.
You hear the one audible person. The back, they were so nervous about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, this is quite a clencher if you are a fan of SRG as well as TL. Oh, this is gonna escalate.
Okay. Oh, feathered airstrike used by Sanji, but he has to be wary of Sakai's. He was looking at him right there. This is a lord that SRG will potentially secure for themselves after zoning out the members of Liquid so well. Innocent jumping in under the turret. Throne of Ruin used by Sanford, catching 2, but there's the real world manipulation from Stormy, perfectly positioned as well as they hunt down OM into the back line. Carl Teasy, will he be able to look for the trades? It seems like the damage is not enough just yet. Sanford will try to look for whatever he can, but now there's 2 members on him, and that's another mega kill for Sakai's.
I gotta give it a Cram. He's playing a near perfect game and a beautiful engagement from Sanford. Don't get me wrong, but he completely negated Oheb's existence, blocking every projectile with his body, completely zoning him out of the fight while still maintaining damage against both Sanford, Sanji, and Oheb.
The Filipino sniper has been shut down 2 games in a row now by Selangor Red Giants. Innocent skirted calls have been well-timed as well. But now Liquid can just stand and watch. We'll try to defend Athena Shield for Yums, who also on this Hilda has been a nuisance. Though low-key is the impact, you can feel it when the bodies start dropping on the side of Liquid. SRG closing to an 8,000 gold lead.
Sky Piercer picked up by Sakai's as well. Now all their base turrets are going to be exposed. And they'll have to struggle just to clear out this potential Lord Siege coming in from SRG. Graham standing in front of everybody. A perfect real-world manipulation catching OM. Bogey Shadow kill committed as well. There's the Phantom Execution. They have to pay attention to the Lord first before anything else. And it will gain access to the base, but they get to take it down. But they might have to say goodbye to the Holy Shields and potentially more. Throne of Ruin committed by Sanford, stunning them. But look at that stun from JP! It's a shutdown over to Team Liquid.
Beautiful stuff coming in from Team Liquid side. Cram, he's not going to take too much damage. He's just going to walk away. But this completely shuts down the secondary push. As now the Holy Shieldings are completely gone. This second Lord is going to be do or die for Team Liquid as they find themselves in the exact same position as they were, if not worse, from game number 2.
Someone tell Team Liquid, that he's got to lock the in right now. He just keeps getting caught way too easily.
Oh, Carl TZ. Oh, the stun lands onto Cram, but he just gets to dance around all that. They don't seem to have enough ways to deal with this Uranus just yet.
Oh no. Cram has completely outscaled them. They just don't do enough at this stage of the game. And even for Sanji as well, right? He has to make sure that he buys anti-heal. But now that he's got the Genius one, it's like, yes, I can do a little bit of damage, but it's too late when you already have so much MR on your side and a whopping 2.1k lead individually.
They all had to scramble to build magic defense, but no one is answering the physical damage output of the Hayabusa, CC, and the Hilda. There's not a single anti-Cuirass or Dreadnought armor on the side of Team Liquid. They couldn't build it.
No, Glorious Pathway committed. Sanford doesn't need to use the Flicker anymore to set up. They might just have to run away from this for now. Innocent, though, has his eyes set on this Alice. Now the Flicker is used just to escape. And JP, the Revitalize had to be committed as well.
Worth it. Now they can guarantee a no contest on that Lord or force a fight by it. And you can see that TL, they're so worried. They know that if this Lord gets taken, it's game over as they're too far behind. And Stormy, he's making sure, not revealing himself, but ensuring that key points of the map are locked off.
Okay, now it's caught by Cram once again.
Dear God.
How do you position yourself in this kind of situation, Carl TZ? He just wants to get this purple buff, but even that gets denied. Another perfect curtain call coming in from Innocent. Now there seems to be a bit more damage coming in, but when you see Liquid forced to run away, they just can't commit.
Select Red Giants now looks like they're basically working on a taxing system. Moments! That could have been a moment, but they want more with the Lord in hand, and Stormy now finally has the Lantern. All these tanks don't mean much.
Will Team Liquid be able to hold on? There's no marksman on the side of SRG, but it's a different story. SRG have taken the definitive lead without a marksman with great early to mid-game play. Now Liquid, they have their Granger. Is it enough? Is the force of damage enough? The answers to those questions have to be yes if they want to be able to hold on. But all signs are pointing to SRG being able to make it to the knockouts first, winning this game 3. Let's see.
Okay. What will they try to approach first? Sakai is using the Quad Shadow already. They will be dealing with the minions in the mid lane first before they transition towards the Lord up top. And they seem to have managed it to some extent. But does SRG want to go for another attempt? There is a way for Liquid to set things up, but the curtain call was already committed. There's the real manipulation once more. It's countered by the Fettered Airstrike, but Sanji has nowhere to run. Fortunately, uses the Wings by Wings to fly away, but the Throne of Ruin catches Sakai's. Sanji's still alive. Liquid defend.
This is the perfect scenario for Liquid. They now get to come back into the game. Now Sanji can get his third item and you have some real damage for the upcoming fight. But at the very least, they don't lose anything off of this.
That was so close. Like, Sanji had 2 members on him, but he waited to the very last second before he wings by wings down.
Yeah, it's going to be a long climb back for Liquid though. SRG still hold the definitive lead, but that will help. See Halberd already built up by Oheb. Carl TZ gets his orange buff, and I will be back to once again to a counter defensive positioning. Again, the problem with a lineup that doesn't have a traditional marksman is now going to be felt by SRG. If Liquid hold out even longer, then this game is going to get harder and harder for SRG to end.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? We need SRG to close out the game while they still have this 6.8K on their side. It's a lot of money, but just notice, like Cram is like, yes, I'm quote unquote indestructible, but at the same time, I'm realizing that Lancelot is kind of doing a lot of damage with the with at least the Endless Battle. But with the Divine Glaive already completed by Sanji, right? Even if he builds more MR, it's not going to do him much good.
See Halberd as well for Innocent. Full build now for this CC. And Team Liquid are going to be in a world of hurt. It's understated, but the sudden spike, very late game from a CC with a Sea Halberd is busted, bro.
Should not be fair.
Yeah, and we get to see the constant Hylos plus X curtain call happen multiple times throughout
Lately,
the
it's been a little bit more of like either Alice plus X or even Lancelot plus X. Because Carl TC's trying to get close and deal damage. The moment Innocent sees him, it's just like curtain call. And then if Carl TC tries to get away from it, at the end of the animation, it's going to be someone else linked to that curtain call because he tried to get away.
Yeah, it's just, there's not a lot of counterplay to it. You really just have to like micro your way out of this. And I think that's the beauty of the, oh, wait!
They're actually bursting down Grab! JP with revitalized, but Yume sends the guys from behind. Might look for other targets as much as they can. Stormy gets to find the kill on JP, but the Yogi Shadow kill is already committed. They split the damage, but Sikai's is still after Carl. But Carl gets to run away.
Why?
The stun doesn't land. And now Sanji is down. Oheb doesn't get to escape. Carl is all alone. Sanford has to recall, but Carl is still alive, but can he handle this?
Sanford still running back to the base. Carl TC suddenly comes out revitalized and rejuvenated. Forces Humes back. Liquid still in this.
Why wasn't there a call to close out the game? I guess they understood that Sanford was able to buy some time, and now they need to guarantee this. So guys have 50% and fallen.
Okay. Will they actually still try to go out?
If Carl gets this, no way.
Stormy has another real-world manipulation available. Phantom
No more
Fusion
Phantom.
just
He's
to
dead.
escape.
Oh!
He gets stunned. Thorn Rose, but there is no way out. Sanford and JP have to return to the base.
That's Lord going over to the side of SRG. Carl TZ caught out. And a great angle from Sakai's. Great, honestly, amazing stuff from Innocent to block. He understands he's not just the marksman, he's more.
Okay, their strike. They clear the waves as much as they can, but this is just the beginning. There's a Lord Siege upcoming from SRG2. But Carl will be able to get back in the game 8 seconds before he gets back.
How long though?
I have a feeling this game's gonna go on way longer than we realize.
For sure, because right now SRG, the big thing is that their wave clear sucks, and all of their main damage dealers who have physical damage need to walk up to the crystal in melee form.
Not a lot of immortalities left up, but they left a minion wave up top.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to clear it.
Okay.
Not a lot of immortalities on the board. Only both roamers have their immortality. Sanford doesn't have it. Cram doesn't have it.
Gotta breathe for a second here. They're not going to initiate until that Lord starts knocking on that base. Now the real question is whether or not they want to sync up these waves, because they're letting this Lord slowly push in as Yums is trying to clear it up. They've got almost a sync, half a second delay.
Oh,
Look at the damage.
The damage from Innocent is a bit too much. Better Dare Strike. Carl TZ is trying to hunt down Stormy, forces out the real-world manipulation, and he successfully finds it. Does Team Liquid have what it takes to actually defend the game? And it seems like they do!
They pull back, and it's great. Innocent's still there, but there's not enough minions.
Innocent,
Oh!
tries to run away, but Sanford catches him! He has 2 members on him, but he will go down! There's 1 minion left in a wave completed mid. Team Liquid have to defend again!
Innocent still had the vengeance. No wonder Sanford couldn't finish him off. The minion waves will get cleared up though. But Liquid are just barely holding on every single time, every time. But it's not yet their time, as SRG will have to try one more time to end it.
Now it's dead even. Despite SRG having every single one of these structures, they need all 5 members alive and taking out a 2-for-1 trade each and every time if they want to punch above their weight. The biggest issue we're seeing so far is that, guys, he's trying so hard to get into that backline. He's actually getting caught out. JP has got his number. Sanford has got his number. Even Sanji has his number when it matters the most. This lead that we see, this 5.8, it's just extra money for SRG to try and item swap to make the difference. difference.
Folks, welcome as we get closer to the 20th minute mark. We're all at the edge of our seats.
We aren't even sitting on our seats.
There's no point. There's no point. I mean, I can sit on it. I'm the analyst, man. I'm having the time of my life. And I also need to pee. But I need to watch this game. With full items all across the board. I am a little curious about how many stacks Oheb
same.
has. Same goes for Sakai's, which I'm pretty sure he got reset like 3 different times. So I'm thinking I'm guessing 20-something, 21?
I'm guessing it's somewhere around 40 because there's a lot of times where there's still a good amount of health on the side of Liquid, but then during the shadow kill animation, they just drop like flies. SRG are going to be looking to rush this Lord. They have great positioning. Yums, man marking, innocent the damage again, making JP melt.
Oh, Sanford tries to look for both of them.
Oh, no!
Throne of Ruin committed. Stuns
Early.
through, but the rewind manipulation. Catching JP. But he gets bursted down just like that by Oheb.
Oh my goodness, Sanji and Oheb just shared the same brain cell, targeted the same guy, blindfolded. A good attempt, but now it gets even scarier.
Oh my goodness.
Still a lot of minion waves coming in for SRG. Marked very well. Yums even guiding the minion waves up top. Sanford forced to scramble. They see Stormy. They force him out. Sanji already flickered forward. He's greedy.
Okay, Stormy has the immortality. Yums, tries to stun Sanji, but he has the Winter Crown. JP mortality
Wait,
pop might not get
the
to
Lord,
escape this.
the
but
base!
The waves up top. The base. They have to clear the base. Crab is denying them of actually defending this. Pops the immortality from Moab. Sanji trying to help him as much as he can. Secures the Lord.
Gold Easy falls. Yums takes him down. There's still a lot of minion waves in for
How much time? How much time? 12 seconds! 12 seconds until Lord spawn!
Liquid has the Lord. They can't march out with it, but SRG might just be able to stop it as it marches out.
Okay, they have to deal with the waves. They have to deal with the waves first.
Spawning. It's too late. It's too late. They have to back off here. An amazing defense, an amazing attack coming in from both of our teams as finally the score evens up 8-16. Look at that gold lead. 6K turning down back into 1.9.
We didn't get to see how he did it, but Gold Easy getting the Lord.
Yums
Yums.
once again stunning Oheb. Sakai's trying to follow up with the Throne of Ruin. Might just make it in time. Immortality pop for Yums. Sanford will be the trade, but they get to survive.
Stormy.
No one goes down just yet from SRG, but Stormy's a bit too
No,
deep.
no.
Sanji, will he actually be able to finish off the kill? It might not be him. It's gonna be JP.
Well played coming in from Team Liquid. They're trading bodies to buy time, and right now time is everything that they need other than a wave clear. That's good enough. And so guys, you'll be able to clear this out. He's fast, but honestly, Liquid really showing some grit.
They are holding on by their fingertips every time. 44 stacks on the Sky Piercer, 714 on the passive. And there are no first-tier towers down just yet on the side of SRG. It has been 23 minutes of Selangor Red Giants domination. And more than half of that is them being unable to end this game number 3.
It's the nature of the composition. Their wave clear has never been their strong point. Snowballing is, but closing out a game requires different tools which they don't have access to. However, Team Liquid, they're very good at sieging. They have the exact tools, but they need to get all the way to the enemy inhibitor if they want to enact that plan. Up until this point, they're just waiting for SRG to fight around this Lord because they know that's the only thing they care about now.
Not a single turret down from SRG. Team Liquid are really banking on that possibility that they get to win a fight and just take it straight from there. But does SRG, or will they even allow that to happen? Oh, the Veteran Airstrike's dealing a bit too much damage. Glorious Pathway also, but then Carl Teasy fortunately still makes it out alive. JP will be gone for this Lord take, however.
Okay, all right. Some pretty big ultimates already out. Sanji should be able to get back up before this upcoming fight, and I think that Carl Teasy, he's on the run. Yep, he bought rapid boots. He needs to get there.
Okay, Carl TV, what is he gonna do and what is he gonna try to do? Shut down onto Innocent.
Oh my
Winter
God!
Crown as well coming in from Sanford. Oheb is down though, but Stormy's next on the list for Carl. Sanford finds the kill on Sakai's as well, but Sanji's all alone here up top. Does he have a place to run? He might not actually get home, and
It's not over yet.
It's not
No
over.
one wants to give this up. What it means. These are two teams who are not facing elimination, but a Giant and a Titan looking to make it to the knockouts.
Okay. Can Cram and Yums deny the objective from Liquid? Sanford and Carl trying their best. He gets to secure the purple objective. But they do not allow them to secure the Lord.
They can't afford it. And the problem is that Liquid doesn't have some extra time to just breathe, right? Just find that moment to be able to start pushing back against their opponents. Because their waves, the maintenance, the chores, the duties is just too high. But though, we do see that Tlph has to give up the Lord because he's just too strong right now. We're going for another 5v5, man.
But now they have space. Stretching out the minion waves so OHEB can be left behind to clear up the bot. I thought Tlph would actually try to continue forcing the minion wave to push into the top turret just so they have a little bit more space to work with. But it seems they're not going to be able to get just that. This is how massive the SRG lead has. Look, the gold is now towards Team Liquid, but the map is still SRG coded.
Yeah.
Until they can get towers down, Liquid will feel like they're just bumping their head into a wall. JP forced to use the glorious pathway to get away safely.
This is the first time I've ever seen both of these teams genuinely play scared. Like they're actually nervous to walk up into these bushes. They're actually nervous to take any little bit of damage because that could be the game-winning play.
Okay. Oh, the stun from Sandy.
Oh, the capsule!
Yums finds him as well, and he has no way to escape. That's Sanji gone for Team Liquid.
Careful, keep your eyes on Carl. If he steals this, they might have just bought themselves another 5 minutes.
Okay, Sanford finding targets, and that's gonna be Innocent. Innocent trying to escape this. Sakai's going in with the Yogi Shadow kill. Does OHEB survive? He somehow still does, but Yums and Sakai's are on him, and now he doesn't. JP tried to run away. Immortality pop, but then that's it. 3 members are down for Liquid.
And then there were 2 Yums out going after Sanford, but Sanford gets away. SRG still has the lead. Only 2 members of Liquid. SRG looking to end it here.
They're excited, but they also know that they're capable of many things, and Carl will try his damnedest to defend this base.
He dodged the stun from Yums,
No!
but then that's about it. Not for long. The Apex Predator all alone trying to prolong this siege has the immortality, dealing with 4 members all at once, but they will not pay attention to him anymore. Winter Crown play, but that's it for this game. SRG are going to the knockout stage.
What a game! One of the best series we've seen so far here at the Swiss stage to keep